Hello, I'm Mark Bellancula from Lume Machina. And Lume Machina is the name of my art project where I make massive ephemeral light sculptures. And I make those light sculptures with drones. Usually it's one drone, sometimes it's a micro swarm of drones, and they're all pre-programmed. Let me say that again, pre-programmed to fly a specific pattern. And then at night we attach lights to the drone and we launch the drone to fly that specific pattern. And on the ground we have cameras on tripods working with an open shutter for long exposure to capture the performance of that drone while it's in the sky. And that's how we manifest the images of Lume Machina. So here's another question you might be asking that I'm going to answer is what specific camera equipment are you using to accomplish this? Well, I'm going to show you right now, and all of that stuff is right over here. So I shoot with a Nikon D810A. It has a Nikkor 14 to 24 millimeter zoom lens. 2.8 is the aperture. That's a very fast, very wide lens. It's on a heavy tripod with a 3-axis tilt head. Now my typical camera settings are 2.8 aperture, 200 ISO, white balance at 3700K, with the shutter set to bulb. I attach a shutter release. It could be a cable like this or a wireless one like the one I use. Turn any long exposure noise reduction on and shoot in RAW. Any professional photographer will understand what I just said. They now have all the information they need to capture a good image of a Lume Machina performance. So now I'm going to show you how to capture a Lume Machina performance with just a smartphone. Now the key words for the pros was tripod and open shutter. It's the same for the non-pros. The non-pros are going to need a tripod or some other device to hold the smartphone completely still while it is running an open shutter. That device can be very simple, like leaning it up against a rock, or just as complex as something a pro would use, like a phone mount or a heavy tripod. And there are all kinds of options in between. So the next thing you're going to need is a camera app that uses an open shutter. Open shutter and bulb mode are photography terms. Let's change that to an app term. The app term would be light trail mode. Any camera app that has a light trail mode should be able to accomplish a capture. Now keep in mind your basic camera app does not have this mode, and don't confuse light trail mode with time-lapse mode. Time-lapse mode will capture a time-dilated video of that performance, but the intended image will not manifest itself in that video. I use an app called PhotoGear. It has a light trail mode. Simply launch the app, set the mode, set the focus to infinity, set the device down, and press the button. This last bit is for all the photographers. How are you going to focus in the dark on an object that isn't there? Well, we're going to hook you up with a bright focal point. Just before we fly the main mission, we're going to put up a drone with a bright light in the center of the main mission. We'll let that drone hover for 10 minutes as we allow everyone time to focus the light. Your focus is going to be nice and sharp with that. Good luck, and remember to tag Lume Machina on any image you publish. Thank you.